Or we will continue the transmission in the following way. Allow yourselves to relax. Focus your attention on the center of the holotope. You may begin with your music and patterns of light as we guide you across the bridge to 2013 and beyond. The holotope before you, circular, with a central point, becomes the focal point of all of your consciousness, existing in the here and the now, and only in the here and the now. All other concerns drift away. All other concerns drift away, fade away, dissolve. Focus only on the bridge, on the tunnel, on the pathway before you. You are standing in the center of this tunnel, infinitely stretching behind you, infinitely stretching ahead of you. All possibilities reside in this tunnel, in this bridge, on this path. This tunnel is full of many different experiences, many different doorways, many different choices, many different mirrors and reflections of all the different ways that you can choose to be. But the mirrors that will shine brightest, that will reflect brightest, are the ones that reflect the true light of your natural core vibration, your core being, who you truly are, the frequency of unconditional love of all that is from which you are made. Living light fills this tunnel, and all the reflections shine back to you to light your way, to guide you, to allow you to feel that you are made of light. Frequencies blending, cascading, rippling, overlapping, radiating from your central core out through the tunnel in all directions to what you call the past and what you call the future, even though those are all here and now. Allow yourselves to know that as you gaze upon this central point, a point that leads to infinity in this tunnel, you are gazing into the eye of all that is, into the mirror that reflects you as all that is. And you contain all probability, all possibility, all potential choices. Allow yourself to simply be in this tunnel that stretches before you with infinite possibility. Just be. Just be here. Just be now. And as you allow yourself to relax in the center of this infinite tunnel that stretches behind and before you, you begin to feel a vibration, a sensation, as the light reflected from all the mirrors that line the tunnel wall amplify and magnify and vibrate and scintillate and sparkle within you, and give life and light to the spark in the center, in the core of your consciousness. And you feel that vibration begin to build up. And as it builds up within you, as it amplifies, as it magnifies, you begin to vibrate higher and higher and higher, and higher frequencies begin to dominate until they burst forth in both directions, behind and before you, creating a line of continuity, an unbroken, infinite line of light, blazing, laser-like light, stretching out before you in whatever color you wish it to be, in all colors if you wish it to be, in invisible colors if you wish it to be. The light of your path, the light of your true self, guiding you unerringly, the compass needle pointing to infinity along your unique path, down your unique bridge and tunnel. Unerring, unwavering, constant, and indestructible. And as you now allow this light to pierce you through and through, you begin to feel yourself lifted upon this beam of light, floating in the center of this tunnel. And you begin to move down this tunnel, pierced by this line of light that passes through your solar plexus, the chakra of intention. And you are vibrating, pulsing, humming with energy. And you begin to accelerate and accelerate and accelerate and pick up speed more and more and more and more. But even as you begin to move faster and faster and faster down this tunnel, the sensation that envelops you is the sensation of floating in perfect stillness, as if you are not moving at all. And the sensation begins to transform, as if it is not you moving down the tunnel, but the tunnel moving past you. That you are floating perfectly still, yet moving at infinite speed. For moving at infinite speed is exactly identical to the sensation of being everywhere at once. And if you are everywhere at once, filling this tunnel from beginning to end, then you are standing perfectly still. And the tunnel collapses into you, and the light collapses into your being, and you just contain all of infinity, the entire bridge, the entire tunnel within your being, within, vibrating, spark, a burning star within your being that contains all you will ever need to be who and what you truly are, to express yourself in all ways that are truly representative, truly reflective of your true self. Let the vibrations course through you. Let them scintillate in you. Let them ripple throughout you. Feel the music of the light harmonizing within you, singing the eternal song of all that is, here and now, forever and ever, infinite, one and all and one. Knowing what you need to know, when you need to know it. Synchronistic downloads of information and energy, always being given to you, always being gifted to you by the higher mind and the source of all that is. And you, now becoming aligned with a higher frequency to allow yourself to become a perfectly receiving antenna of light and love and knowingness, in perfect balance and perfect harmony with your higher mind and all that is. Breathe deep and let it out. Breathe deep and let it out. Breathe deep and let it out. And feel harmonization throughout your being. You are the essence of all that is, the seed of eternity. You are everywhere, every when, here and now. You are the very experience of life and existence itself. You are a flower blossoming forth and shining upon yourself and growing towards the light of your own being, opening, expanding, fulfilling and fulfilled in beauty and balance and peace and love. Breathe it in and make it your own. Allow it to rearrange any pathways within your being in whatever way will allow you to become more conductive of this light and accelerate this bridge through yourself at whatever speed, at whatever rate is comfortable for you, to recognize the shift, the awareness of the infinite shift at whatever rate translates best for you, and to know that it is always there for you to access. It is always in you, within you, up to you, made of you. It is you. You are the light, you are the love, and it shines forth from within and is reflected back by the higher mind mirror as an eternal guide of unerring quality and unerring precision. You are the path you're on, and you cannot be off yourself. Be at peace, be at ease. Dive into the wonderment of creation. Explore and fear not, for all you will ever discover in the unknown is more of who you are, for that is all there is. One and all and one. And every choice shall be in the service of the best for all. Take a deep breath in and make it your own. And know that 2013 and all the orbits beyond are all manifest here and now in multiple parallel realities, and you shall shift through the series of those that is most you. Unerringly, the maps are all within you. The conversations are all within you. Straighten your question marks into exclamation points, and you shall know what you need to know when you need to know it. Trust the timing of your lives. Trust the unfolding of your lives. Whether you know it or not, you know what you're doing. Be at peace. Be at ease. Be one with all that is. Take a deep breath in and make it your own. Crystallize, catalyze, and allow your imagination to be your guide. Soften your music, soften your lights, and slowly and effortlessly and joyfully shift in to the reality now that is most you, and know that that frequency is forever within you, and that you may project it forever without you. For the mirror is perfectly polished and shows you exactly what you need to see. Every moment of existence is a perfect reflection, a perfect orchestration, a perfect experience of you from a different point of view. Take a deep breath in and relax. Let go and let in that which you are. You are the dream and the dreamer. Awaken within yourself and know that you are the dream and all the dreams to come. And we will dream together with you. Soften now your music and your lights, and slowly at a pace that is comfortable for you, awaken into your new reality that we share with you. Our unconditional love to you all. Sweet dreams and good night.
Once again, we take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for allowing this transmission to occur through this particular gateway in this way at this time. Once again, each and every time our civilization is afforded the opportunity to interact with your civilization in this manner, it opens up our understanding of all the different ways that the infinite can express itself through our perceiving each and every one of your unique points of view. So we thank you for this gift. We would like to begin this interaction and this transmission with the following idea. We would like to discuss the notion of vibrational residue, so to speak. The idea being that from time to time we have discussed and we have mentioned the principle called resonance identification. And we have discussed many times the idea that everything is vibration of energy, and that, of course, as many of you already know, whatever frequency, whatever vibrational rate you are operating on is what determines, of course, the reality experience that is reflected back to you through the experience of physical reality. But the idea expressed in the way that we would like to discuss this day of your time is a little bit more focused on the concept of resonance domains, frequency domains, strata of experiences that are each representative of a particular bandwidth or frequency or rate of vibration of energy, and how your actions, your choices of what frequencies and energies you give off actually create, in a sense, a reservoir or a buildup of vibrational residue in a particular frequency domain. For example, the idea that we have talked about from time to time that is phrased in what you would call your biblical literature as judge not, yes, in that way ye be judged. And as we have explained, meaning simply that you are not being judged by someone else, but in a sense are becoming the vibration of judgment and thus experiencing judgment reflected back to you. That is the meaning of that phrase. Let us take that a little bit more specifically to understand that in any given circumstance and situation, how you respond, how you react in that circumstance, in that situation, will create there to be a repository of energy of that particular frequency that becomes associated with that particular circumstance or situation. We know that you have certain kinds of situations on your planet. We will choose one to act as a fundamental example of what we are talking about. You have the circumstance on your planet called automobile traffic. You have expressed many times that in certain circumstances, many of you will become very angry, very frustrated, and will perhaps react in a very negative way. You will put out a particular frequency, vibration of confrontation and conflict. And the idea to understand is that when you do that, you allow there to be a strong association of that particular output to that particular circumstance or situation in general. So that if you yourself then in the future should find yourself in the very same circumstance or situation on the same frequency vibrational level again, whatever it is as a vibrational deposit that you left last time, you will then experience being reflected back to you the next time. In that sense, it is similar to the concept of self-imposed karma, self-created karma, in that if you create conflictive vibrations, frustration vibrations, anger vibrations in the first situation, then the next time you find yourself in a similar situation, it may not necessarily come back to you in exactly the same way, but come back to you it will. Because you have, in a sense, associated that circumstance with that frequency and will automatically find yourself at the receiving end of the frequency that you gave off. The idea is that you may not receive it in the same way. Individuals may not necessarily curse at you, as you say, as you may have done the first time to them. But you may experience it either that way, or you may experience all of a sudden an overwhelming sense, perhaps now that you are in their shoes, doing exactly the same thing that you cursed them out for before the first time. You may feel a sense of overwhelming shame. You may feel a sense of guilt. Not that you deserve to, not that you need to, but the idea is that this energy will come back to you in some way, for everything requires balance. And if you leave a deposit of that vibration connected to such a circumstance, then when you find yourself crossing that wavelength again, you will pick up the baggage that you left before. Because it is associated to you. It is keyed to you. It came from you. It belongs to you. It will come back to you. The idea is that, again, it may come back to you in a variety of ways. Either it will be literally reflected in exactly the same way that you gave it off, or you will feel it or experience it in your life in some manifestation that is indicative of the same vibrational level. Things suddenly may not work too well for you. Things may start to fall apart. You may feel certain emotions that are unpleasant for you. All because, to begin with, you allowed yourself to succumb to a particular vibration that may have really no benefit for you constructively, and in giving it off and associating it and attaching it to that circumstance, then it doesn't allow you to be free to experience that circumstance in the future in a clear and neutral way. Whenever you make such an association, you automatically limit the way in which you can experience that circumstance in the future until you clarify that energy as you have put it in to begin with. Always it is of great benefit and greater benefit to allow yourself the opportunity to experience any circumstance in a fundamentally neutral way, so that you can then decide to extract from the circumstance, no matter how it looks, a fundamentally positive or constructive outcome. But if you have already made the association of negative energy, so to speak, or more precisely, conflictive or discordant energy to that circumstance, then that's what you leave there for yourself to find the next time you cross that particular threshold. And in that sense, it'll be an opportunity for you to learn to render that circumstance into a neutral and fundamentally meaningless set of props that you can then be free to determine what kind of energy, what kind of outcome you would rather prefer to extract from the circumstance, no matter how it looks on the surface, and no matter how previously you may have been taught to think or label or judge or limit that circumstance. I remind you once again, every circumstance is neutral, and every circumstance can serve double duty, positive or negative. The meaning you put into it, the energy vibration you attach to it, is utterly what determines the effect you will get out of it, no matter what anyone else's intentions are. Going into it, you are your own reality, and you have the final say on exactly what frequency you experience and how you translate that frequency in your reality. As body, as emotion, as spirit, it is up to you. So be aware of what energy you give off in any given situation, because you will pass that way again, and you will pick up that bag when you come back. Make sure it's baggage you want to carry. Otherwise, let it go so you can travel lightly. And in any given situation, then, respond quickly, so that you will not have to then, in a sense, take the time to transform the baggage that was left there by you before. Baggage claim, you may call this if you wish. Now then, we thank you for allowing us to reflect this nuance of vibrational mechanics to you. And in return for the gift that you are giving our civilization at this time in experiencing this co-created interaction, I ask in what way at this time may I and my world be of service to you.
Bashar.